It's time to take a closer look inside the MT4 platform. When you first open the MT4 platform, it will look like this. Now we're going to close all 4 of the charts to see what the platform looks like when it is completely bare. To open a new chart in MT4, select the green cross on the top left hand corner of the toolbar shown here. Select any of the symbols shown in the drop down menu. This is how you open a new chart in MT4. It is possible, of course, to open multiple charts, but for now we'll just be opening one chart. To maximize the chart, select the full screen option shown here. When you minimize the chart, it will hide down in the left hand corner of the screen shown here. The next step is to customize the chart. To do this, hover anywhere over the chart, right click your mouse and then select the Properties option at the bottom of the list. This will open the Properties window, and this is where we can customize all aspects of the charts in the MT4 platform. Let's do this right now. First, let's customize the colors of the chart. Select the Colors tab up here in the left hand top corner. Here in the Color Scheme drop down menu, there are some preset options for chart customization, but in this example we will be customizing the chart manually. Over on the right hand side of the chart properties window, you can customize all aspects of the chart with individual colors. As an example, let's take a look at the top setting here, which is for the chart background. Let's change it to white by selecting the white option from the color drop down menu. Next is the foreground option. The foreground is made up of the price column on the right hand side of the chart and the dates, which are shown below the bottom of the chart here. Let's set this to black from the color drop down menu. We won't be using the grid throughout these modules, so we can leave this one on grey for now. The next 2 options are for bar up and bar down. This setting is used for the outline of each individual bar. Let's set the bar up to lime green and the bar down to red. A bull candle is another word for a bar up, and this setting is used for the body of the candle as opposed to the outline. Once again, let's set this one to lime green, and a bear candle we will set to red again. The next option is for the line graph, which we won't be using throughout these modules. Also the volumes we won't be using, so we can leave these as the colors that they already are. The ask line represents the bid-ask spread line. We'll leave that as red for now. And the stop levels are the stop loss levels, which we'll be going into more in detail in later modules. We will leave this one as red now also. Next, let's take a look at the Common tab, which is in the top left hand corner of the Properties window shown here. In the Common tab, you can customize different aspects of the chart and add or remove certain features according to your preference. For the sake of simplicity, in this example I will show you how I like to customize my charts. It is possible to spend a lot of time over customizing charts, but it's important to remember that the whole reason we customize charts is simply to make it easier for us to see the movements of the bars and to spot any potential opportunities to place a trade in the financial markets. Select the Chart Shift button and the Chart Auto Scroll button. The scaling buttons leave deselected. Also the Chart on Foreground option and the Offline chart, leave them deselected for now. On the top right hand side of this Properties window, you can see the different kinds of candles that are available to us. Select the Candlesticks option, since Japanese candlesticks are the bar types that we will be using throughout the rest of this program. Select the Show OHLC option and the Show Ask line, and deselect the Show Grid option. These settings are ideal for a nice clean chart that you can proceed with your trading education. Press the OK button. Now that we've spent time customizing that chart, the next step is to save the chart settings so that we don't have to re-customize each time we open a new chart. In order to do this, hover over the chart, right click and select the Templates option. Click Save Template. Here you're invited to name the template and then press Save. Now we've saved this template, we can close this chart by simply clicking the X in the top right hand corner of the MT4 platform. Now open a new chart and press the Maximize button. Now we're going to right click, go back to template, this time click load template, and as you can see our saved template is right here in the drop down menu. Select the save template and press open, and now you have opened a new chart and successfully installed a saved template. This will save you a lot of time going forward. Let's now take an overview of the toolbars in MT4. The toolbars are located here at the top of the screen. Let's start from left to right. As we've already mentioned, the first button is to create a new chart. The second button here will open the Market Watch window. This is where all the currency pairs and all the other symbols will be listed for you to use when you are doing your analysis as a trader. In order to add an additional symbol or remove a symbol, simply click the View menu, select Symbols, and in this window here we have all the different symbols and currency pairs in different folders. All the different major currency pairs will be listed in the Majors 1 folder. Press the plus button shown here. To add a new currency pair into the Market Watch window, simply double click on the dollar sign shown here. Notice the Aussie CAD has been added now to the Market Watch window. To remove a symbol from the Market Watch window, simply hover over it, right click and select the hide option. As you can see, the Aussie CAD has now disappeared from the Market Watch window. The next button in the toolbar is the Navigator button. When selected, the Navigator appears in the same place as the Market Watch window and simply shows the folder locations for all the files associated with MT4. Moving on, this button here is the Trade Terminal. As you can see, the terminal appears at the bottom of the screen, and this is the place where all current and past trades will be logged. Here you can view your account balance as well as your account history in the tab shown here at the bottom. The shortcut for the Trade Terminal is Ctrl T. The shortcut for the Market Watch window is Ctrl M, and the shortcut for the Navigator is Ctrl N. The New Order button is where we go when we would like to place a live trade in the financial markets. We'll be covering much more about the New Order window in later modules. This is the Auto Trading button. For now we'll leave this one deselected, but we'll be covering this in other modules. Here we have different options for the bars on the charts. The first option is the OHLC bars. OHLC in trading stands for Open, High, Low and Close. The second option are the Japanese candlesticks, which we will be using throughout the rest of these modules. Please note that the OHLC and the Japanese candlesticks display the exact same information, except they look aesthetically different. The third option is for a line chart, but we will not be using the line chart throughout this program. Next we have the Zoom In and the Zoom Out buttons, which are very useful when analyzing the charts. The Arrange button allows you to open multiple charts and put them in a nice order so that they are easy to see. Let's take an example and open 2 additional charts. Now we can press the Arrange button and the 3 windows are arranged nice and neatly so that we can complete our analysis. For now we'll get rid of these 2 additional charts and maximize the chart that we are working with. Next we have the Chart Shift buttons. When the green one is selected, the chart is always locked into place at the current price. When deselected, you can scroll back through the history of the chart and it will remain in that position. When selected, the red Chart Shift button shifts the current price back so that we have an open space and some room for our analysis. The next button is to add a trading indicator. We will be adding indicators later on in this program. In this row we've got all the tools that we use to mark the charts. The crosshair tool is used to measure the distance from one point to another in price or in pips. The vertical line tool, of course, can be used to mark the charts and place vertical lines at certain points in time. The horizontal line tool is used frequently by traders to define certain levels in the market which price has responded to in the past, such as here and here. Next we have the Trendline tool, which we use to draw diagonal lines across the chart. Please note that you can modify or customize all of the lines that you have put on your screen simply by double-clicking on them and dragging them to your desired locations. You can customize the color and the thickness of the various lines by selecting the line, then right-click, select horizontal line properties in this case. Here in the drop-down menu we can customize according to color, and here in this drop-down menu we can customize according to the thickness of the line. The next button in the toolbar is the Fibonacci tool, which is used by some traders to anticipate turning points in the financial markets. Here you have the text tool if you want to write something directly onto the charts. To remove any of the objects that you have placed onto your chart, simply hover anywhere on the chart, right-click and select the objects list from the drop-down menu. Choose the objects that you would like to delete and simply press the delete button. Next we have the rectangle tool, which is used to highlight certain areas of the charts. These buttons represent the different time frames that are used in trading the financial markets. If we select the 5-minute chart, each bar now represents a 5-minute segment of time. If we select the H1 time frame, each bar now represents 1 hour of time. If we select the W1 option, each bar now represents 1 week of time. If you want to add or remove any additional tools in the toolbars, simply hover over the dotted line at the end of each toolbar, right-click and select the Customize option. Here we can insert or remove whatever tools that we would like. Also, if you would like to rearrange the toolbar, you can grab each section by the dotted line shown here and simply drag and drop it into a different position. This is how you configure the charts in MT4 and how you navigate your way around the MT4 trading platform.